Hey YouTube, it's Michelle, and I am making this video to thank all of you for watching my last video and for commenting and reaching out to me. Um, I've posted videos in the past of me in low moments, and I'm always so touched and really floored by how much support and love there is for me out there in the world. It's really, really cool, and it lifted me out of my slump that day. And I was able to get to the gym and feel at least a little bit accomplished. Basically, for the past year or more, I'm not really sure when it started, I started suffering from a depression. For a long time, I sort of, just shucked it off as just a bad day every now and again, but it is clear to me that it is a consistent, reoccurring, constant sort of thing for me. I feel a lot of apathy. It is often really hard for me to get out of bed. It is sometimes really hard for me to leave my room for an entire day, other than to eat or not, or whatever. It can be really overwhelming. It can be really debilitating and strange and scary at times. And I've spent a lot of time questioning it and wondering what the cause is and why, and I've reached sort of a point where I'm done trying to figure it out. I'm just now ready to fix it. And I'm ready to just do and to just put all of whatever I can into remedying this consistent problem in my life. A lot of you have suggested, and I have considered, getting on an antidepressant, and I'm not going to dismiss that option, but I think, at least for myself, that's going to be a last resort for me. And I'm going to give myself one more big shot at repairing myself and putting myself in a better place, in a better emotional and mental place, and just feeling, and improving my quality of life, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if that doesn't work out, if I still find myself not being able to get out of bed and feeling just so low, then absolutely I'll see a physician, and I will, see if this is a chemical imbalance in my brain, because it's totally possible, and there is history of depression and I think bipolarity. Do you call it bipolarity or just being bipolar? Anyway, there's history of that within my family, so that's something I should be conscious of and get on medication if I need to. But right now I have sort of a plan. I get really down about what I'm doing with my life. I put a lot of stress on myself because I don't feel like I have a lot of direction. I moved here to New York to pursue acting. But I really don't have a lot of acting experience, and I really don't know what it is I want to do as an actress, or experience as an actress, or what I want to really do with my life in general, and that can be really overwhelming for me. I get confused and I feel lost, and that in turn sends me to my bed to not do anything. So in pretty much every aspect of my life, there's something I want to do to attempt to improve it, and something I would like to do is a weekly update with you guys. It's clear to me that you guys, even though I post irregularly and often it's not a lot of content, you guys are still there and you still support and love me, and I'd like to be more active on YouTube, and I think a good way to do that is to give you a weekly update and to sort of share with you what I've been doing in the past week. I want to start doing one thing on my list of goals a week. One thing. I don't think that is unreasonable. I think that's totally doable, and I think posting about it and talking about it and using YouTube as a way to hold myself accountable will help me to post more. Obviously, if this just becomes another big stressor in my life, then, I'll figure something else out. But I think this will be really good for me, and I think you guys might appreciate or enjoy watching, hopefully my elevation, my getting out of this sort of slump in my life, which is why also I'm recording this in my room, which is an absolute disaster. My life is often a reflection, a direct reflection of how I am handling my life. It's sort of a symptom of everything else that is going on in my world. And right now my world is a mess. It's a really sad, stressful mess, and I just want to sort of record this moment of being what I feel is rock bottom, and then hopefully a little while down the line, when I'm feeling better in my life and doing more things, I can look back and say, wow, look at that hole I dug myself out of. So excuse the mess. It's here for now. I was gonna show you everything, but it's just, it's embarrassing. So just believe me, that's just a little part of my my happy disaster. So let me look at this list. I have a list of things I wanted to talk about on here because I want coherent, structured thoughts for you guys. So a few goals of mine that I feel I can work on once a week that are totally doable. As far as my career is concerned, I moved here to be an actress, and that in itself has been amazing, and that in itself has sort of motivated me for the past 7 months that I've been here. But just moving here is not enough. I feel like I know that I need to sort of figure out what it is that I'm doing here and what I want to do with my time here in New York City. And I think a big part of that is figuring out who I am. I've spent a lot of years working on my transition, and it has been very consuming. And then if I wasn't transitioning, I was in beauty school. And then if I was in beauty school, I was making a movie and then working, and I've sort of lost sight of myself. I've pushed a lot of the things that I love sort of to the side, and I've sort of called them, unnecessary or, time wasters and all that, when in reality they were important to me, and they sort of kept me alive. They sort of inspired me and kept me going. And a goal of mine is to play more video games, watch more movies, and read more comic books. These are things that used to give me so much joy, but as soon as I started getting busier and I started feeling like I needed to focus on serious things, I kind of dropped them, and now I feel at a loss about who I am. I don't feel like I have an outlet, a safe space, a hobby that I can lose myself in and sort of absorb or be absorbed in my free time, as opposed to just laying in bed, for example. So those are some very real goals of mine, and the more I think about acting, the more I think about the sort of things that I really enjoy in films, and the sort of things that that inspire me to be an actress are action heroes. In all honesty, I would love to be a superhero. I would love to be Wonder Woman. I would love to be an action heroine. I think that would be the coolest thing. And I don't just mean an action movie, or be the femme fatale in just a movie. I want to kick some ass. Excuse me. I used to love martial arts. I used to practice kung fu. For most of my teen years, I was absorbed in martial arts, and it was a place of meditation and sort of physical exercise and practice for me. And another goal of mine is to get into martial arts school, to go check out some schools and get involved in that. Eventually, I'd like to be in stunt school. I'd like to go to a school and learn how to do action stunts and start getting hired to do those things. So I have a lot of goals. I have a list. I'm really good at writing lists. Implementing them is often the difficult part, but writing them I can do. I have a list of goals, and I would like to be able to do something on my list every week and show you guys what I've been doing, and sort of document my progress of getting out of my slump and making and improving my life and sort of creating myself, which I think is really what I'm doing here. I'm trying to find Michelle again. I'm trying to inspire myself to be the person that I want to be, instead of stressing out and hiding from the world, which is what I've been doing a lot of. This video has a lot less structure than I was hoping it would have, but you know you guys like my long rants, so here's a nice long rant for you. I think a big thing that would help me out is just waking up and making my bed. Just that in itself. If I can do that, then maybe I can take the next step of going out to the gym. Training for me is very important. Physical fitness and health is very important to me, and that has slipped through the cracks. And once my skin is breaking out, once that's happening, once I'm gaining weight, once I'm short of breath, once I'm not feeling healthy and at my optimal level, I start to lose a little bit of control. So waking up, making my bed, and going to that gym is something I need to implement in every single day of my life. It just needs to be a part of my day. It just needs to be default, the first thing I do. I think that in itself will improve a lot of things for me. I think the most important thing about this sort of self-improvement plan is that I don't overwhelm myself. Excuse me. See, I don't edit this, so you're just going to see that full-on sneeze. A big part of this plan is that I cannot overwhelm myself. I can't start shooting off at 100 miles an hour, because I will just overwhelm myself and I'll fall back into my hole. I have to keep it simple. I have to keep it simple, and I can't overthink it. And I think this is something I can do. I think it's something I really want to do. Yeah. So I guess we'll see. You guys, you've really touched me in a huge way, and it's really amazing to see the love that I get from people I don't know, but who know me through my film and through my YouTube, and thank you so much. I hope I can show you the person that I am, who I want to be, and what I want to do with my life. I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of things I want to do, and I think sharing those things with you will really help me to do more of them. So that's all I had to say. It's very late. I got home from work and I was like, I'm going to make this video. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to implement day one of this sort of project, this Operation Create Michelle is what I'm going to call this. Operation Create Michelle. I don't know. That doesn't have a good ring to it. You all know what I'm trying to say. It's late. I love you all. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel good about this. Okay. Bye.